Hey guys, how y'all doing today? Today, we're making chicken fried chicken. Man, it's going to be mighty fine, I tell you. We got some chicken breast right here, and when you're making chicken fried chicken, you want to have thin patties. So we got a couple breasts here, and we're just going to cut them in half, just like this. Just like that. So I got me a piece of plastic wrap here. Get one of my pieces of chicken here. Cover it up with the plastic wrap. And I got me a meat hammer. So we're going to pound the shit out of her. Just like that. Alright. That right there looks good. So we got it pounded out. Just want to get it, a little bit thinner and even. Got them all pounded out, nice and even. And I put them in this 9x13 here pan. And what I'm going to do is marinate them in buttermilk. So I'm going to pour it in there, get them all covered up real good. Just going to move them around that way and make sure I get that on the bottom of it. And that's basically it. I might add a little bit of pepper in there. Put a little bit of cracked black pepper in there. And I'm going to let these marinate probably just for about 2 or 3 hours. You can go overnight if you wanted to, or just as long as you got. You really don't even have to marinate them at all if you don't want to, but it's a good step to do. So I'm going to put these in the fridge. Let them marinate for a few hours. Alright, so I got about 2 cups of all-purpose flour in this bowl right here. And we're going to keep this pretty simple. We're going to season it with some salt. Probably about a tablespoon of salt or so. Some garlic powder. About a tablespoon or so. Just as much as you like. And some cracked black pepper. Get quite a bit of that in there. And we're going to give it a good mix. And you can add any kind of seasoning you want to this. I would have added some onion powder, but I didn't have no onion powder, so that's it. Get it mixed up real good. Alright, there's our chicken. I've had my chicken marinating for about 3 hours. And just going to get a piece of it out here. Get a good one. Got that buttermilk, that pepper all over it. I'm just going to stick it directly into the flour. Get it coated real good. Real good and coated. Just like that. Then I'm going to shake it off. I'm going to set it over here to the side on a plate and do the rest of them. I've got an 11-inch skillet here, and I put canola oil in it. That's what I'm using. You can use any kind of oil you want. I've got about 1/4 of an inch of oil or so in the bottom of it. And I'm going to do 2 of these at a time because I don't really want to overcrowd it. We're also going to make a gravy too, so it's going to be mighty fine. And I got it over about medium heat. We're just going to cook it for probably about 3 minutes per side. Been going about 3 or 4 minutes or so. Give it a flip, see what it's looking like. Looking pretty good. We'll probably flip it a couple times. Just until it gets nice and golden brown. Let it keep cooking. Alright, we've cooked it until we've got a nice golden brown on it. And we're going to remove it, and I'm going to put it on a wire rack. Just like that. Wire rack. And there's a pan underneath. And I'm going to put it in the oven at 170 degrees just to keep it warm. Just want to show you all the final batch here. Looking mighty fine, I tell you. I'm going to put these on a rack and put them in the oven. So we can get our gravy ready. Man. Alright, now it's gravy time. Now I drained the grease out of that and got rid of the burnt pieces of flour and stuff. We're going to add a little bit of this is the grease that came out of it. Maybe about a tablespoon of the grease that we fried it in. And then I'm going to take 2 tablespoons of real butter, put in there. We're going to melt that down. And I reserved about, well, this is actually a third of a cup of flour that we breaded the chicken in. I'm going to dump that in there. Give it a good stir. Might dump it all in there. Third a cup of flour. Give that a good mix and just let it cook for about a minute or 2 or 3. Alright, so we let that cook for 2 or 3 minutes. Now I'm going to add in some whole milk. Probably a couple cups right there. I'm going to stir that around. Just give it a good stir over about medium-low heat until it starts to thicken. Then I'll probably add a little bit more. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and add in about 2 more cups of milk. And that's probably good right there. Then I'm going to give it a good mix. I'm going to stir it, you know, every now and then. And until it comes up to a simmer. The gravy has started to simmer. I'm going to add in a little bit of salt. Just add it to your taste. You add a little bit at a time, then taste it. And some pepper. That's it. Some cracked black pepper. Quite a bit. Give it a mix. And I'm just going to let it simmer for probably 2 or 3 more minutes. Then I'm going to turn the heat off. There's our gravy. It's been simmering for probably 5 or 10 minutes or so. It's looking pretty good. Starting to get thickened up. I don't want it real thick. That looks good right there. Now I'm going to turn the heat off and remove it from the heat and just let it sit and rest. And it'll get a little thicker as it, you know, sits. Alright, there's our chicken. Right here's our gravy. All done. Look at that. Perfect gravy right there, I'll tell you. And I got some mashed taters, and I got some green beans. So let's fix a plate. Alright, here we are, y'all. Fried chicken, or country fried chicken, with gravy, green beans, and homemade mashed potatoes. So let's give that a try. See what she's like. Man. That right there is mighty fine right there, I tell you. Look at that. Get some of them homemade mashed potatoes. Green beans. Alright, y'all. That's it. Hope y'all enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and please subscribe. Share the videos. Anyways, cheers, y'all. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.